Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will make every past love and hip-hop scandal look like a kindergarten squabble. This isn't just gossip. This is Police Scarlet. Yes, you read that headline right. Yandy Smith allegedly beat Tamar Braxton over Mendeecees, and the chaos was so wild, it escalated into actual arrests. Cuffs, sirens, flashing lights, the whole 9 yards. But here's the million-dollar question. How did two women, who've built their entire brands on empowerment and boss moves, end up brawling over a man with a criminal record that could rival a phone book? Was Tamar really getting cozy with Yandy's husband? Or is this just another messy rumor turned nuclear? And more importantly, did Yandy snap after years of playing the loyal wife? Or was this fight the explosion she's been holding back for far too long? Think about it. Tamar, the queen of meltdowns, feuds, and tell-alls, going head-to-head with Yandy, the so-called unshakable manager and reality star. This wasn't just a shouting match. No, the gloves came off, literally. Fists flew, wigs almost flew off, and when the dust settled, it wasn't an autograph that the police were after. It was people getting hauled away. So, here's the real question for you. Is this the scandal that cracks open the armor of love and hip-hop's most powerful couple? Or just another chapter in Tamar's endless saga of chaos? Stay tuned, because this isn't just drama, it's war. When news broke that Yandy Smith allegedly laid hands on Tamar Braxton over Mendeecees Harris, the internet lost it. People couldn't believe it. Not because these women are saints, but because deep down, everyone knew something like this was bound to go down. The only real shocker. Took this long to happen? Let's rewind, because context is everything in this circus. Tamar Braxton, the powerhouse vocalist with a knack for turning even the most mundane situations into a public spectacle, has built a career on chaos. Whether it's clapping back at her sisters, walking off reality shows mid-season, or going on Instagram Live to blast her enemies, Tamar doesn't just thrive in chaos, she basks in it. But here's the thing. Chaos has consequences. And this time, those consequences came in the form of handcuffs. On the flip side, we have Yandy Smith, the ride-or-die wife, the businesswoman who stood by Mendeecees through prison sentences, cheating allegations, and financial scandals. For years, Yandy portrayed herself as the loyal queen who could handle anything life threw her way. But loyalty has its limits. And when you add Tamar Braxton into the mix, you've got an explosive, toxic combination, like bleach and ammonia. And of course, let's not forget Mendeecees, the man who can't seem to stay out of drama, no matter how hard he tries. His name's been attached to everything from federal cases to side baby rumors. Women have claimed him, denied him, and exposed him. But somehow, Yandy has always played defense like a pro. Yet, when whispers started swirling about him and Tamar, those weren't just whispers. They were alarms. It all began at an exclusive industry party in Atlanta. You know the kind. Everyone pretending to be more famous than they really are, sipping champagne they didn't even pay for. According to insiders, Tamar and Mendeecees were spotted in a corner, leaning in too close, laughing a little too hard, and sharing an energy that was enough to drive any wife insane. Drinks were clinking, hands were brushing, and suddenly, every phone in the room was out. And then Yandy walked in. Imagine the silence. Witnesses claim Yandy's eyes locked onto Tamar across the room. This wasn't some VH1 drama. This was raw, unfiltered rage. Yandy stormed toward them like a hurricane in designer heels. 1 second, Tamar's laughing. The next, she's dodging a drink Yandy allegedly threw across the floor. Chaos erupted. People screamed. Someone shouted, "World star!" Security scrambled, but they couldn't move fast enough. Yandy allegedly lunged. Tamar tried to block. And just like that, tables were knocked over, glasses shattered, and fists were flying. Eyewitnesses say Yandy's voice echoed over the music. "You'll never take my man from me." And in that moment, all hell broke loose. But this wasn't just a catfight, it was brutal. Multiple insiders have revealed shocking details. Tamar Braxton was left with scratches, bruises, and injuries serious enough to land her in the hospital. Some even claim she hit the floor after a nasty shove, while others say it was more of a slip-and-heel mishap. Either way, the optics were nothing short of catastrophic. Minutes later, sirens blared, lights flashed, and police rushed into the venue, responding to what witnesses described as pure love and hip-hop chaos, without the cameras. One anonymous attendee said it was like watching the show go completely off script. No one could believe it was happening in real life. As soon as the fight broke out, social media exploded. Before Tamar even made it to the hospital, blurry videos of the altercation were flooding Twitter. One clip showed Yandy screaming, being held back by 2 security guards. Another showed Tamar clutching her side, her face twisted in pain. Neither clip provided conclusive proof, but that didn't stop fans from going into overdrive. Tamar's army, the Tamarians, went into full battle mode, demanding Yandy's arrest. They accused Yandy of being insecure, manipulative, and abusive. The comments flooded Yandy's Instagram, with one saying, "Lock her up. This is why Mondays cheats, sis." Meanwhile, Yandy's supporters took to Twitter, claiming Tamar had it coming. "You can't keep flirting with people's husbands and not expect to get these hands," one viral tweet read. Tamar had finally been checked. But the police weren't the only ones investigating. As the cops filed their reports, word spread like wildfire that arrests had actually been made. Whether it was Yandy, Tamar, or both was unclear, but it didn't matter. The headline "Arrests Made" alone was enough to send this story spiraling out of control. And let's be real, this wasn't just about one fight. It was the collision of years of messy reputations, simmering grudges, and bad blood. Tamar's notorious drama-filled history made it easy for fans to believe she was the troublemaker. Yandy's fierce defense of her family made it easy to believe she snapped. And Mondays, his reputation for attracting scandal spoke for itself. The memes, they came flooding in. Someone edited Tamar's hospital photo onto a UFC fight poster. Another showed Yandy as Mike Tyson in the middle of the fight. TikTok influencers started reenacting the altercation, exaggerating every detail for clout. Hashtags like #YandyBeatsTamar and #HookupChaos trended for hours, making the scandal a viral wildfire. But here's where it gets chilling. Beneath all the memes and jokes, real fallout was happening. Whispers surfaced about Tamar pressing charges, and rumors about Yandy's management deals hanging by a thread started circulating. And then, just when you thought this couldn't get worse, the leaks began. And you know how these things go in the hip-hop world. The leaks are always worse than the original fight. The first leak, a supposed police incident report. It looked like it was typed on a 1998 Windows computer, but that didn't stop people from buying into it. The report listed Yandy as the aggressor, Tamar as the victim, and under description of incident, it read, "Verbal altercation escalated into physical violence. Victim sustained injuries. Both parties detained." Was it real? Who knows? Did it matter? Absolutely not. The internet doesn't wait for facts. It feasts on drama. Then came the audio leak. An anonymous Twitter account dropped a 12-second clip recorded at the party. You can hear Yandy shouting, "You will not take my husband from me," while the crowd noise drowns out the rest. That one line. That was enough to make the internet explode. Fans replayed it over and over, analyzing every syllable. Some swore they heard Tamar screaming in the background, while others claimed they heard Mendeecees laughing. And then the conspiracy theories started. Was the audio authentic? Was it edited? Or worse, was it deliberately leaked by someone in Yandy's camp? If that wasn't enough, a self-proclaimed hospital nurse slid into a gossip blog's DMs, claiming Tamar arrived with bruises, scratches, and what appeared to be a fractured rib. Signing off as night shift angel, the nurse alleged Tamar whispered, "I told them she would snap. I told them." Was the nurse real or just a clout chaser? Doesn't matter. The stories spread like wildfire, with Tamar's fans demanding Yandy's arrest and branding her the new Ike Turner. And then, of course, the memes went into overdrive. One viral meme had Yandy photoshopped into a Mortal Kombat screenshot, the caption reading, "Finish her." Another meme showed Tamar in a hospital bed clutching a mic with the line, "Still hitting the high notes." TikTok blew up with reenactments of the fight. Influencers donned wigs, threw drinks, and screamed at each other in slow motion, racking up millions of views. It wasn't just gossip, it was cultural currency. But here's where things took a darker turn. Alleged financial leaks started surfacing on blogs. Screenshots of Yandy's supposed bank transactions spread online, claiming she wired thousands of dollars in hush money to security guards at the venue. Another fake leak alleged Tamar contacted lawyers just hours after the fight, demanding a $5 million settlement for emotional distress. Were these stories credible? Course not. But in this world, the truth doesn't matter. The perception does. And the perception was damning. On one side, Tamar's fans were painting her as the innocent victim. Hashtags like #PrayForTamar and #JusticeForBraxton flooded timelines. One tweet with over 200k likes read, "Tamar didn't deserve this. Yandy should be behind bars, not on reality TV." On the other side, Yandy's supporters painted Tamar as a home-wrecking villain. One Instagram comment bluntly said, "Play with people's husbands, get played." The polarization was so intense, it split the love and hip-hop fanbase right down the middle. Meanwhile, bloggers and YouTubers were having a field day. Channels dropped video after video with clickbait titles like, "Yandy beats Tamar full breakdown" or "Tamar hospital drama explained." One channel even claimed to have exclusive footage, but when you clicked it, it was just stock footage of police lights flashing. Still, it racked up 500k views. Then came the wildest leak of all, a supposed voicemail from Mendeecees. A gossip page dropped a 20-second audio clip in which a man sounding eerily like Mendeecees said, "This is being blown out of proportion. I didn't even touch Tamar like that. They're both tripping." Whether it was real or not, the internet took it as confirmation that something happened, just maybe not exactly how fans had imagined it. But let's face it, perception is everything in a scandal like this. By now, brands were allegedly backing away. Rumors swirled that Yandy's skincare partnership had quietly pulled out. Tamar's wellness brand was put on hold. Even Mendeecees reportedly lost a sneaker collaboration due to the bad press. This wasn't just about reputations being bruised anymore. It was about bank accounts. And then came the fake legal experts. One so-called attorney gave an exclusive interview to a gossip channel, claiming Yandy could face felony charges if Tamar pressed charges. Another expert swore Tamar was already preparing to sue for millions. Were these experts legit? Probably not. Did viewers care? Not one bit. They ate it up like gospel. But here's the scariest twist. The rumors about a secret surveillance video started picking up steam. Anonymous insiders claimed a security guard at the venue had footage of the entire altercation, and that footage was allegedly being shopped around to the highest bidder. Some claimed Love and hip-hop producers were trying to buy it for the next season. Others swore bloggers already had snippets. Regardless, the internet was on high alert, constantly refreshing, waiting for that tape to drop. Because if that footage really exists, it wouldn't just be gossip anymore. It would be evidence. Evidence that could destroy careers. And as if things couldn't get more insane, the whispers of government involvement started spreading. Some claimed the city of Atlanta was pressuring police to file charges, not because they cared about Tamar or Yandy, but because it made Atlanta look like a circus. Conspiracy theorists even claimed the FBI was monitoring the situation. Were they? Course not. But the hashtags #FBI watching and #reality TV under investigation trended anyway. At this point, it wasn't even about who threw the first punch. It was about survival. Tamar's team allegedly scrambled to secure interviews that would paint her as the victim. Yandy's camp was preparing a counteroffensive, hinting at receipts they could drop at any moment. And Mendeecees? He remained silent, watching it all burn from the sidelines. But the question on everyone's mind remained the same. What happens if that tape drops? Because if that footage really exists, everything changes. By now, the internet wasn't just watching. It was foaming at the mouth. Everyone was waiting for one thing, the tape. That mythical piece of evidence that could either clear Yandy's name or bury her career 6 feet under. As fans hit refresh every 5 seconds, the fallout behind the scenes spiraled even further out of control. First came the lawsuit rumors. Tamar's camp allegedly filed papers seeking $10 million in damages for assault, emotional distress, and career sabotage. The documents weren't verified, but they spread across blogs like wildfire. Screenshots of supposed legal filings went viral, complete with dramatic phrases like, "physical attack resulting in hospitalization." Whether real or fake, the effect was devastating. Fans started calling Yandy not just a reality star, but a criminal. Yandy's team, of course, wasn't about to let Tamar control the narrative. Whispers emerged that she was preparing a countersuit for defamation. Anonymous insiders claimed Yandy's lawyers were building a case to prove Tamar exaggerated her injuries for publicity. One source told a gossip site, "Yandy will not be the villain here. Tamar is milking this." Imagine that courtroom showdown. Tamar in a neck brace, Yandy in a power suit, both ready to tear each other apart under oath. The memes practically wrote themselves. Then came the bombshell. Both women had been formally arrested after the fight. A mugshot allegedly leaked, one showing Tamar dazed, her eyeliner smudged, and the other showing Yandy glaring as if ready to swing again. Were the mugshots real? Probably Photoshop. Did the internet care? Not one bit. #FreeTamar and #FreeYandy trended within hours. Meanwhile, Mendeecees stayed silent. His social media completely dark. But the comments, they exploded. Fans begged him to break his silence. Others roasted him mercilessly, asking how he could sit back while 2 women were arrested in his name. One viral TikTok skit imagined him eating wings on the couch while Tamar and Yandy fought for his honor. Sadly, that might not be far from the truth. While Mendeecees stayed quiet, the sponsors weren't. Tamar's wellness line allegedly lost investors. Yandy's skincare collab reportedly dissolved overnight. Even Mendeecees was rumored to have lost a sneaker endorsement. The financial impact wasn't just rumor mill drama. It was supposedly millions evaporating in days. And just when things seemed to calm down, whispers of government involvement came back into play. Blogs claimed that the city of Atlanta was considering pressing charges, not because they cared about the women, but to make an example out of them. Conspiracy pages went wild, claiming the FBI had been alerted because reality stars fighting in public was now a matter of national security. Ridiculous. Viral. Absolutely. But the scariest fallout wasn't the lawsuits, the arrests, or the loss of sponsorships. It was the court of public opinion. Let's be real. Once the internet brands you guilty, facts become irrelevant. Tamar was quickly painted as the victim, Yandy as the aggressor, and Mendeecees was cast as the silent instigator. In this digital age, reputations can't survive that kind of branding. Public backlash reached a boiling point. Fans rallied around hashtags, demanding Yandy be cut from Love and Hip Hop. Tamar's supporters organized Twitter prayer circles. Even celebrities started weighing in, with A-list singers posting cryptic tweets about protecting black women. Reality stars shaded each other with thinly veiled Instagram stories. This wasn't just a scandal anymore, it was a cultural talking point. And then the tape. Out of nowhere, a grainy 30-second clip surfaced online. It showed blurred figures, one in a bright dress, allegedly Tamar, one in heels, allegedly Yandy, engaged in a screaming match that quickly escalated into shoving. Security rushed in, chaos erupted, and the clip cut out just as flashing red and blue lights appeared. Was it definitive proof? No. But was it enough to send the internet into complete meltdown? Absolutely. People analyzed the video frame by frame like it was the Zapruder film. One Twitter user slowed it down, insisting that Tamar slipped, not shoved. Others swore they could clearly see Yandy swinging. Conspiracy theorists were sure the video had been edited, but no one cared about that. The damage was done. The tape turned this scandal from a rumor into something real, in a way no gossip could ever do. By now, industry insiders were whispering about career deaths. Some claimed producers were considering dropping Yandy from future projects. Others said Tamar's hospital stunt had destroyed her credibility. Even the Love and Hip Hop franchise was allegedly under review. As one network insider put it, "This isn't just ratings drama anymore. This is a liability." And through it all, Mendeecees stayed silent. Some called it strategy. Others said it was pure cowardice. But one thing was certain. Without him speaking up, the women kept burning while he walked away unscathed, at least for now. So where does this all go next? Lawsuits? Jail time? Career cancellations? No one knows for sure. But one thing is guaranteed. This fight wasn't just about a hookup. It was about pride, power, and the dark underbelly of a culture that thrives on turning pain into profit. Maybe that's the biggest takeaway. Reality TV gave us characters, but this scandal revealed the chaos behind the curtain. The lines between performance and reality blurred so much, even the police couldn't tell the difference.